If the money has been paid for by the developer, the people of Kenya, the land belongs to the developer, the people of Kenya. Once the house is ready, you sell it to the same people of Kenya. That makes sense. And it'll never make sense with Kenya Kwanza and legacy politicians.
Okay.
It will never make sense to you. That is what we invite the Kenyan people to reject. Solutions are here. Safina Party. Star 509 hash. Join the Safina.
Tired of the same old shopping experience? Step into a smarter way to shop with Whiteson Group, Kenya's go-to online store for quality you can trust. From gadgets and homeware to everyday essentials, we deliver convenience right to your door. Fast shopping, secure payments, and top-notch customer care, all in one place. Visit whitesongroup.com today. Whiteson Group, simple, reliable, delivered.
Very good day to ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candy Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Evans Okinyi, and it's my pleasure to have you on board on yet another special episode of the Candy Talk. Now, this episode today is proudly sponsored and brought to you by Whiteson Group. Now, this is an online shopping platform. If you're here in the country and you are tired of the various problems that you encounter when you order any particular good online, then of course Whiteson Group here is your go-to point in terms of anything that you may actually need, whether it's electronics, gadgets, kitchenware, houseware, whatever product that you may actually need. Kindly just go to whitesongroup.com and make sure that you order items from this particular online shopping platform, and they'll be delivered to you seamlessly. Everything here is smart, seamless, and special, and of course they have the top tier customer care services. Ladies and gentlemen, be keen and trust this particular brand because they will always deliver and not disappoint you. Here we say that whatever you order is what is delivered to you efficiently, seamlessly, and within time. Well, back to the show today. This fine evening I'm joined here by my resident guest, Wakili Willie Sotieno. Wakili, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes.
Welcome to the show once again.
Asante sana.
Look at the kind of confusion that we are actually witnessing in the government right now with regards to education sector in the country, and a lot has to be said about what is actually happening here. The president and the CS in charge of Treasury and National Planning giving conflicting statements on the same, and the government is saying, look, this is what is happening. So let's first of all look at this situation and how it has been taken out there in the public, especially people getting concerned with the free basic education and all the statements that are being made here. Do you think that perhaps there is some sort of miscommunication or lack of good communication from the government?
The issue is not about communication. The issue is about reality. Last week I saw some students go on strike for lack of food. They are saying they've been kept in school without food for 1 week, and they opted to go to the streets.
Okay.
The main issue is that government is not meeting its part of the bargain. The capitation funds are not getting to the schools in time. And even when they do, it's not adequate. It is not what the schools deserve. So it is a question of the government trying to find a way to communicate to the people that we are transferring back to you the burden of paying the school fees. We will not use your tax money to support your education. Over and above the tax that you've already paid, we expect you to meet the burden of educating your kids, right from primary to secondary to tertiary. That's what is going on. And so it is not what Mbadi says, what RUTO says. It's go to the schools. Find for me which school is receiving its adequate and deserved amount of capitation and on time.
Okay.
They're not. But the schools must run. Kids must eat. Supplies must be brought to school.
Okay.
Where's the money? Today, somebody will tell you we have free secondary education. But look at the charges that the parents are paying. It is far much more expensive than even what we were paying as university fees in our time.
Okay.
Why? That is the fundamental question. We've said it here on this show, and we repeat it for the benefit of our audience. This government is spending between 70 to 80% of your tax revenue to pay debt. Debt which is illegal. They are only left with 30 shillings, 30% of that tax revenue to run government. It is from that 30% that you want them to pay for school capitation. They are not.
Okay.
They are incapable of. So what we should be saying, and I want people to understand this, before you deal with the debt monster, the government is going to keep transferring back to you the obligation to pay for services that ordinarily government should provide. That is one of them.
Okay. So we are having it, even before we go to the debt question and how we actually found ourselves here, the president here is saying that, look, free basic education is here to stay and cannot actually be touched. That is what he says. But he says this program is actually unsustainable right now, and that is why we cannot release the remaining amount of money to the schools. And then Kenyans are left. Now, who is fooling who? And then what is now the reality on the ground?
Okinyi, that's what I'm telling you. You want to discuss the communication. I'm telling you, don't discuss the communication, the miscommunication between the two.
Okay.
I'm telling you to ask the truth, the reality, what Kenyans are going through. And I'm telling you, last week we saw some school kids demonstrating for lack of food. They were saying for the last 1 week they've not been getting supplies, food supplies. And the interviewers were showing is because there's no money to buy for them food.
Okay.
The school had to be closed early. So if there's money and it is sent to the schools on time, we will not be having those incidents. Number two, if there was money that the government was paying the capitation in time, the many numerous charges and levies that you see parents are forced to pay will not be there.
Okay.
It is now parents who are carrying the burden of educating their kids. The government is shucking away from that responsibility. That is the truth.
Okay.
So in terms of the truth, we are all clear of the state of the nation. Government is not sending capitation on time. That we all know. All of us come from a community. And within the community, you have kids. And those kids go to school. All of us are in WhatsApp groups where people are raising school fees for their kids or relatives. So that is the state of the nation. We all know it.
Okay.
What I invite us now to consider is why. Why are they not sending the capitation to the schools on time? And the answer, as I've told you, is because they've borrowed illegally. All the tax revenue that people of Kenya contribute is going towards paying for illegal debt. So there is no more money left to run the schools. There is no more money left to run healthcare programs. They will keep coming back to you to again go into your pocket, dig deeper into your pocket to sustain or to run these operations.
And that is actually where I was coming to, because I'm looking at, when we look at the history of free basic education in this country as introduced by the former President Mwai Kibaki, may his soul rest in peace. Back then, if you look at the kind of fiscal space that the country was operating at that moment, vis-a-vis what we have currently, could you therefore say that what Mbadi was actually saying, that this program is unsustainable, could some sort of make some a little bit sense?
But when he says it's unsustainable, you look at it in terms of unsustainable based on what? And I'm telling you the what. The what is between 70 to 80% of his collection. So for every 100 Kenya shillings, 70 to 80 shillings is used to pay for debt. You are left with 30 shillings. These 30 shillings, you need 35 to send to counties. You're already at -5.
Yes.
You need another 30 for government operations. You need almost 40 for salaries. So you're negative. That is before you start running your social programs, education, healthcare, and all. There's even no money for development. So when Mbadi is telling you it's unsustainable, yes, it is unsustainable based on their financial status. And what Safina Party is inviting the Kenyan people to consider is that you must make it sustainable. How do you do it? You do it by going to ask, what is the largest expenditure item of your books? It is called debt. So you ask, what is this debt? What are we paying for? Because the money that could have been sent to the kids as capitation is being spent on debt. So go and open the books and inspect that debt register. Any debt that is illegal, and as we've held the position, the bulk of our debt is odious. It is illegal to the people of Kenya. We shall not pay it. This financial year, we are going to pay almost 2 trillion Kenya shillings on debt finance. 2 trillion out of a projected collection of 2.5 trillion. 2 trillion will go to debt. When we declare this debt odious and we refuse to pay it, we'll have 2 trillion in our pockets as a country. Running education from primary to tertiary, when we cost it, it comes to around between 400 to 500 billion. Free for every student. Why can't we do that? Running our healthcare system, based on what Chief Shah is collecting, it's around 170 billion. With this saving that we are making out of the odious debt, 170 billion, we have 2 trillion. We simply remove 170 billion. Let every Kenyan get free healthcare services.
Okay.
Now, this is the kind of conversation that we have in Safina. Okay? We are not about give so-and-so a job, mtu wetu, give this tribe. No. It is about find solutions to the people of Kenya. And our solutions are start from removing that unsustainable debt. Go into the books to find out who took that debt. Was it taken in a way that conforms to the laws of Kenya? If not, we don't pay it. And the savings that you make out of it, spend it on social programs,
So
schools,
indeed,
education, healthcare, and such kind of services.
So indeed, you say that our debt situation as it is right now cannot actually allow us to support some of these programs, which are very essential to the people of Kenya.
You are using your money to pay for nonsense in the name of debt. If you don't look at that debt, your people will continue suffering. And William Ruto's administration has decided not to look at that debt because they're also partakers of the illegal debt. Uhuru Kenyatta started it, they perpetuated it. The two of them are responsible for this state. By the time Kibaki was leaving, our debt finance was only 18% of our revenue. 18 shillings out of every 100 Kenya shillings the people of Kenya paid was going to debt. Only 18 shillings out of every 100. What that meant was that government had 82 shillings out of every 100 to run its programs. That's a very comfortable space to be. You can meet all your obligations, social obligations, and even carry out development. But when you are spending 70, it's not sustainable. You are a dead man walking.
Okay. This debt question is very key, and I see that your party is very passionate about it. Have you done your own internal forensic audit to determine how much is odious and how much is actually legal?
We have done our forensic audit and we published the report, the findings of that forensic audit. And we started by saying, look at our laws, what it provides. A forensic audit looks at the legality, not just the figures, but also the legality. Our laws provide that you only borrow for development. And you can only take an overdraft of not less than 5%, not more than 5%, for short-term borrowings to meet liquidity issues. So the bulk of our borrowing is only for development. Then, for you to borrow, you must get parliamentary approval. So we went into our Appropriations Act, Parliament. In the period 10 years running from 2013 to 2023, Parliament only approved for borrowing of 2.2 trillion. That is the projects where you could say Parliament has approved, take this loan, 2.2 trillion. But in the same period, we were told we borrowed almost 9.7 trillion. That makes sense. So you have almost 7 trillion that is taken without parliamentary approval. Naisitoshe. In the same period, we paid as debt finance almost 5.4 trillion. Then we are told our loan is still 10.3 trillion. Which debt is this that you keep paying for it and then go down? So everything that is illegal, you take it out. And further, we did what is called a primary balance sheet. Remove debt finance. So we took all the actual revenues paid by the people of Kenya for the 10 years period. All the revenue. Write down all the collections from our tax money. 13.3 trillion. Then we listed all our expenditures approved by our parliament in all the appropriation acts for the respective years. Our entire expenditure for the whole period was 14.6 trillion. So our revenue was 13.3, our expenditure was 14.6. So remove debt finance, debt. What that means is this. The difference between our revenue and our expenditure was 1.3 trillion. So if we were meant to borrow, it could have only been to borrow to cover what? The deficit. Which is how much? 1.3 trillion in 10 years. That is what we should have borrowed.
Okay.
But are we at 11.5 trillion today? If in the 10-year period, our deficit, using a primary balance, was only 1.3 trillion. That is what we ought to have borrowed. And it's very comfortable to be in such a space. If in 10 years, your deficit is 1.3 trillion, do you know what that means? Per year, that comes around 130 billion only. So you need to borrow 130 billion. That's a very safe space to be. We can live within our means. And that is what Safina Party will be advocating, living within our means and doing that which the Constitution expects us to achieve. Because the Constitution requires that we must have what is called a balanced budget. Balanced in the sense that your revenue and your expenditures must tally. They must balance. What we have here is a state that has gone amok. People taking money illegally in the name of the people of Kenya. The money does not come into Kenya. They spend it all over the world, living large. What comes into Kenya is the obligation on the people of Kenya to pay. Consequences, Mbadi stands up to say it is unsustainable to continue funding this education. It is unsustainable to continue providing you with healthcare services. And we are going to see more and more of social programs being abandoned by government.
And of course, at that time, even the Higher Education Loans Board also said that they were not able to meet the financial obligations of the previous year, and therefore, money was not actually released to our institutions of higher learning as well.
Yes, that is why I say we must ask, this is what will happen.
Okay.
All the social programs that government undertake, they will not do it. They lie to you that they are doing housing. But that housing is funded for directly by the taxpayers. People are paying for it. It is built on public land. Why are they selling it? You understand how ridiculous it is? If the money has been paid for by the developer, the people of Kenya, the land belongs to the developer, the people of Kenya. Once the house is ready, you sell it to the same people of Kenya. That makes sense. And it'll never make sense with Kenya Kwanza and legacy politicians.
Okay.
It will never make sense to you. That is what we invite the Kenyan people to reject. Solutions are here. Safina Party. Star 509 hash. Join the Safina.
So you're saying that is the only way out of this turmoil that we are in right now?
Join the Safina. Star 509 hash. And join the Safina. Leave your political party. Come to a space where we are discussing economic issues. This is about the economy. It's the economy, stupid. Nothing else.
The people were saying that in as much as, yes, our debt is supposed to be blamed, or rather is primarily responsible for these things that we're witnessing right now. But then they're saying you cannot also lay the blame squarely on the current president because, I mean, these things were taken before he came into office.
The point is very simple. He has taken the illegal debts. Who also took illegal debts?
Okay.
So today's thief cannot say, you don't arrest yesterday's thief. It is his day on the dock. And for good measure, he was part of that RUTO administration. And there are so many videos of him saying, we are borrowing and living within our means. We are able to pay all our debts. Yeah, he said it defending Eurobond.
Okay.
So why is he changing? They are only guilty. Him and Ruto, same WhatsApp group.
So this is how dire the situation is right now. We are talking about 70% of our revenue going into debt payment therein. But at the same time, the government is actually still on with its borrowing spree. How then can we actually solve our problem by digging more holes and getting in debt?
That's the ridiculousness of it all. You found yourself in a hole, and what you're doing is you continue digging. If today it was 70, next week it will be 75. Before you know it will be 80. Then it will be 90. Then you're unable to pay. You're now in a Ponzi scheme. Is what they're running here as government.
Okay.
And the people who will feel the pain are more the people of Kenya. Because more and more you're going to see government shirking the responsibility of providing social programs back to the people. They'll keep coming to you, increase your taxes, increase your charges and levies. They'll hand over some responsibility that they're supposed to take over back to you, pay for it to get a particular service. You go to a government office, next you'll be told there's no photocopy paper. Come with your own paper. Come with your own printer. Some will even tell you come with your own toilet paper. They're given one toilet paper per week. Why? There's no money. Social programs are not being funded. You see what happened with the immunization of our kids. Government has pretty much almost handed over that responsibility back to the parents. They don't fully fund it. And many such things is because of the debt.
Okay, so you're saying that our debt situation cannot allow the government to operate in that kind of the required physical space that they would want to. But at the same time, we are also seeing money being dished left, right, and center. Churches being proposed to be built of money that would go up to around 1.2 billion. We've seen all these kind of programs that the government is actually doing, things which it did not actually promise to the people at the beginning of the thing. How come it is that in as much as we are in that situation, there is money to be spent on unnecessary things?
Because the legacy
and we're not focusing
politicians,
on the most important things.
the legacy politicians are using the little money that is left, out of 30% that they're left with. They're using it to hoodwink the people. So they carry out those vanity projects and stunts for PR purposes to hoodwink you. That's why you'll see empowerment programs, somebody coming all over with hair dryers and motor vehicle washing machines to take photos and show people, you see, we're empowering you. It's to hoodwink you. But beneath the veneer, there's nothing. There's nothing to show for it. That's the truth. So they don't want to confront the real issue. So when you see the money that is poured around here, flying here, it's about hoodwinking, it's PR. For you to think that there's money and we are doing something. But the substantive issues are not being attended to. The substantive issue in this particular case is the government providing social programs and safety nets to its people. Because if given a choice between buying a hair dryer to give to a young girl and paying for primary education, secondary education for millions of kids, they don't have money for the millions of kids. They'd rather buy this one and take photos and make noise about it. Then you think government is working. But they've shirked the responsibility of educating these many millions. The cost of that hair dryer, negligible. Yeah.
There's also been a concern about the increase in population and increase in the number of children who are going to school, and that is why the government is saying, look, back then it could have been sustainable. Right now, with the numbers,
human resource is capital. When you have more people in the country and increased population, Those are more consumers.
Yes, yes.
Those are more taxpayers. How can that be a problem? That because people have increased, they've increased, they're consuming more. So even their taxable income contribution is gone up. That can never be a reason to say that you're not going to provide services because the numbers have increased. No.
That is what we've been told.
No, that's gaslighting you. Legacy politician talk. With an increased population, you have now an increased workforce. You have a capacity and potential to get more in tax. People are able to consume more. You are already market. The growth of China, for example, as an industrial powerhouse, was because it had a unique position that they were able to produce and consume. If you are selling an item in a shop, you're selling a loaf of bread, and your market of 3 people, you are telling me that you'll be angry if the next day you find in that market 10 new tenants have walked in. As a shopkeeper, what it tells you, I need to bake more bread. I've been selling 3, now I have a potential to sell 10.
Okay.
You bake more bread. It's more money in your pockets. So more people does not mean that now we run away from our responsibility. More people means we now have more earning power and we can do more. But legacy politicians will sell to you a false narrative that with increased population is scarcity. It's not scarcity, it's potential. And a prudent leader should see that as potential and harness it for growth.
Finally, there has also been a talk of a deliberate step, rather intention by the state and other powers that be to actually interfere with the education system in the country and therefore keep people somewhere where they cannot actually reason, because it's like a more educated community, nation is more of a threat to the existing establishment.
Yes, that exists.
Okay.
There's that as an issue, that they will wish that people are not aware as they are today. But one thing that we must note is that the level of education and awareness today is not limited just to schools. It lives within our households in terms of access to information. But the fundamental thing that Kenyans should not run away from, we should not lose focus on, I don't think that they sat somewhere to plan this. These are just excuses that they use to gaslight you to not focus on the elephant in the room. That elephant in the room, when it is confronted, it will lead to people being jailed, assets being frozen. That elephant is the illegal debt. So if we all say that, no, it's not about disempowering us, it's about this debt that you took. The Kenyan people will demand for accountability. So what is this debt? Where did it go? Who took the money? Which project did it finance? Why is this money in Qatar, not in Kenya?
And yet Kenyans are paying for it.
Kenyans are paying for it. That is where the problem will be. Then at that point, it will be like, no. Assets that were bought using the proceeds of that illegal debt will have to be taken. The individuals responsible will have to go to jail. They'll rather have you saying it's about a big scheme to have a deleted population than to say the real issue is we stole your money. Because this one for we stole your money has immediate criminal sanctions. They don't want that.
Well, let's wait and see what happens then. But of course, a member of parliament is also saying that, look, when education is free, then parents do not feel that sense of responsibility as well for them to ensure that they take their children to school. That is, I wonder if that is the kind of level of sensitivity that we are witnessing among our leaders in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to stop this conversation at this point in time. Wakili is saying unless we confront the elephant in the room, of course, the debt question in this country, then we are likely to fall into this trap that we are in here. And of course, the president giving us a political response to real issues that are affecting this country. Weigh in and tell us what you actually think about the government's current handling of issues in the country. Allow me to stop for now till we have this conversation again. Have yourself a lovely day. My name is Evans Okinyi.